Okay then, welcome back to another review. For those of you that have already watched it, we have already done a Crossfire red dot review, and it's now time to look at the Micro 3X flip to side magnifier. Now, for those of you that didn't watch my first video, both of these products were won in a raffle done by Optics Warehouse. I'm going to tag them yet again in this video. I don't owe them anything, and they haven't made me do this. It's simply that I've had such a good experience with them, I want everybody else to do the same. And if you're in the market for a real steel optic for your airsoft replicas, or maybe you're just in the market for an optic for an actual firearm here in the UK, Optic Warehouse is probably the best place to go. I would argue the best prices. Everything here is cheaper on their website than any other any other retailer I can find in the UK, and their customer service is second to none. Every single time I've sent them an email, I've had a response in kind of less than 10 minutes, to give you an idea. Now then, enough talking about the sales of this and where I got it from. Like I said, I got it in a raffle. It was not given to me for free, so it's not sponsored or anything. For this video today, what I will warn you is before we get started, that the Mr. Minty the parrot is once again with us for this video. So if you hear any beeping or cheeping in the background, that is just my little parrot chilling out with us. I do apologise if the noise is annoying, but he is a little sweetheart and he's just playing currently, so you might hear him make some noises. Now, this Micro 3X magnifier is usable in conjunction with many other of Vortex's products, and a whole list of them is available on the website. I believe it's also compatible with other non-Vortex products, and you can see those online. There's a whole big list of them. So today we're just going to be looking at what comes in the box, the features, my first impressions, and then we're going to be doing follow-up videos on both of the Vortex items I have, telling you about my experience using them out during a airsoft match. Now, for those of you that are living in the US and have tuned into this video, because we get a lot of American viewers, obviously I am here in the UK and firearms are limited. You can get firearms in the UK and you could use these on firearms in the UK. However, it's going to be a lot rarer over here as there are a lot more restrictions. So we're going to be talking about airsoft usage more than anything else today. So first things first, what comes in the box? We're going to get obviously the magnifier itself and the flip to the side mount. This can be fitted both ways, so you can flip it to the left or the right. It's completely your choice, and I'll show you guys that later. Now, it comes with a plate which is already mounted to it, which can raise this up in line with the red dot sights that Crossfire provide on the high-rise mount that it's on. Off the top of my head, I can't remember exactly what kind of level that rises to. If I had to think about it, it's probably written on this little bag. Yes, so lower 1/3 co-witness. The medium mount is what it comes with. So there is a higher, I believe maybe absolute co-witness. Is that right in saying that? And then you've got no, absolute co-witness is the lower mount, and then you've got the higher mount that you can buy kind of separately. I think I've got that right. I'm not a pro. This is a channel designed for people getting into this, not people who know everything already. Comes with a little nice wipe. These are always high quality in Vortex boxes, we talked about in the last one. Comes with mounting screws for the 2 mounting plates. So one mounting plate is already on the flip to the side mount. If you want to use the Crossfire red dot, which is the higher up one, I think also the Spark AR, you need to put on the extra little plate they include using the slightly longer screws. You do get provided an Allen key, which I always think is nice when companies provide you everything you need to mount and use your optic in one go. Also as well, everything is adjustable on it with this Allen key, or everything to adjust it is already on the optic, which we'll explain in a minute. Other than that, you get your Micro 3X instruction manual, which will tell you how to use it, and I believe that is it. It's also a nice box to store it in when you're not using it too. Now I'll move this to one side. The one thing that doesn't come in the box, which comes with all Vortex products, is they have a VIP lifetime warranty. So as long as Vortex as a company is still kicking, which, well, bearing in mind they bring out new stuff all the time, and you know they've got a massive consumer base, I don't think Vortex is going anywhere anytime soon. If you break your optic for whatever reason, no questions asked, they will replace it for you. On the side, their slogan is literally unlimited, unconditional lifetime warranty. Cool thing is, for example, at the moment, they're really pushing the Crossfire Solar, which is this sight with a solar panel on top. So basically it has, you know, not unlimited battery life, but definitely kind of a massive battery life. These are hard to get hold of, and the solars are everywhere. So who knows, if they stop making the cheaper one, they start only making the solar. If you break this, they're going to send you the better one. That's their deal. They will send you the equivalent product if the old one is no longer in production. For a lot of people, there is the UH1, which is had 2 generations now, the UH1 Gen 1 and the UH1 Gen 2, which is their holographic sight. So if you bought the Gen 1, you smashed it to bits, they will now send you that Gen 2. Looking at the sight though, obviously let's talk about the mounting first before we get on to the actual magnifier. So the mounting is a flips aside mount, so it is a Picatinny quick release mount as well, so it has got the quick release lever. It also has a lock on the quick release, so you push down on one side, push up on the other, that's it open, then automatically locks itself once you've attached it to your Picatinny rail. So, flips aside pretty easy, there's no buttons you have to press, I'm just using a finger to hold the plate down, and you just lift and push, okay, lift and push. Now, one thing I will say on Vortex's behalf, what they could improve for the unboxing experiences, is the way it's shipped is this mount is not attached to the magnifier because of how it is in the box. This is how it is shipped, with it flat down like this, which means accessing the screws is possible, but is a little bit more difficult. And I actually ended up breaking my fingers using Hulk strength. It's not that hard, but it's difficult, especially for especially for people who might not be that strong, to flip this up to make the mounting of the sight easier, so I could fiddle around with things and not have to do it upside down like this and have all of that stuff in the way. Obviously there are channels cut so you can do it while it's mounted flat, but I just found it easier to mount it once I flipped it sideways. I could stick the optic like this, I could fiddle around, get all the plates in the right places and put it together there. And it is quite hard to move this mount, this flips to the side mount, if the optic is not mounted, just because the optic gives you a little bit more grab. And as you can see, it is quite hard or tough to do. That's a good thing though, because at the end of the day you don't want a loose flips to side mount, because then when you're running, jiggling everything everywhere on your kit, you don't want it to flip to the side or anything like that. It also shows quality too, because this thing is light but incredibly high quality, which is always nice to see. It's like I've seen people who've got repro optics which are heavy, which makes them feel premium, but if you actually take the inside out, it's all plastic on the inside with a couple of little lead weights in it to make it feel like it's a premium experience. This is light and premium because you want a light optic, but you also want the quality too. Magnifier, obviously it has adjustments because you will need to zero this in or sight this in with your red dot or your holographic sight, whatever. This is compatible with loads of different things. So the top is the up and down, the side is the left and right. Like our other Vortex product we looked at, you just unscrew these caps on the top. These caps are not part of, these caps are part of adjusting the magnifier, but they will not, unscrewing them is not going to affect your zero or your sight. So once you've unscrewed them, you then take the little ridge on the cap, you put it back in upside down, and that then allows you to adjust it. I'll actually give you a couple of clicks here so you can listen. Oh, I need to be a bit stronger, just hit the camera. Oh, it's tough. There you go. I don't know if you can hear that clicking there. That's me adjusting it backwards and forwards. I've not sighted this in yet, but I have adjusted it slightly so it sits centre with the red dot, so I don't want to mess around with it too much. As I've done most of the heavy lifting, it will just need slight changes once I get it to a field to try it out. Okay, and that just screws back on there. These caps I think are quite nice because obviously underneath the adjustment parts themselves are a different colour. They're silver, and obviously this keeps it all that nice black colour. As far as it comes with a lens protector too, so you can take this off. That fits on quite nicely. You can put that to one side, and then you have at the end here a focus dial. So this will help focus in what you're trying to look at. It is a quick focus dial, or at least that's what they call it. It's not actually written on the side, but it was written in the box. This quick focus dial, obviously you're twisting it left or right, and that enables you to quick focus on whatever you are looking at. So you're looking through this side and you're looking out this side here. And what you would obviously do then is take your red dot sight and mount the red dot sight in front of your magnifier. I'll actually tell you a funny story here. Somebody bought a Repo EOTech and put it on the wrong way around, which made us all giggle at one of my local sites that I go to, because they had their EOTech at the back and their magnifier at the front. Obviously didn't work, or at least not as, you know, not really fieldable. This way around is the right way around. Okay, and I think I have got that right. Yep, that's cool. So it's this way around. It will sit on the side like that, and obviously when you're not using it, it can flip to the side. Lots of people replace the mounts that Vortex come with and replace them with Unity risers and Unity flip to center mounts. This basically means that your optic is ever so slightly higher up with the Unity riser. So the Unity riser is taller than the Vortex one, but the optic, your magnifier, instead of flipping to the side, actually flips down below your red dot, which does two things. Number one, if you're left and right-handed, or you're using your gun ambidextrously, ergo, unlike a lot of people who just shoulder their gun on the left and the right and then stick with it and then don't change shoulder when they're clearing corners or rooms, you're able to change shoulder because you're not going to have a whopping great big flip to the side optic in the way of you on one side and then not in the way on the other. Flipping to center also means that the front lens of your optic, which is not invulnerable to BBs, is going to be protected by the riser on the front, on the bottom of your red dot sight. So your red dot's going to take the brunt of the BBs coming towards you during a game. Now, again, none of the Vortex optics claim to be BB proof. However, if you speak to a lot of people here in the UK, our dual limit is 1.2. I know a hell of a lot of people who play CQB games that tone their gun down to a dual with like 0.28 BBs. Stuff like that. Not everybody runs field limits, maybe because they're running an AEG and it's harder to achieve field limits with an AEG through tuning once you've upgraded it, whatever. Some people also choose to have a lower PSI running through their HPA weapons to conserve air. And all of that stuff, adjusting your dwell rate as well. All of these things can have a massive impact on power at fields, which means that you're not going to be bumping into people all the time that are running that maximum 1.2 joules with the highest weight BBs on planet Earth. But like I said, you still are going to have your optic vulnerable to being damaged, but you don't have to worry because of that VIP lifetime warranty. You know, in the best case scenario, you own one of these for 10 years, it smashes, then Vortex sells you a new one that's got like hover technology in 10 years' time. Who knows? We can all be optimistic that we get a win out of this. Other than that, for the magnifier, that is pretty much it. Now, I would attempt to show you what it looks like through the magnifier. However, I already tried this behind the scenes of trying to show it through this camera, and this camera just does not want to seem to look through the 3x magnifier. So it's a bit hard for me to do so. So what I'm going to hopefully do in the future is as part of my build kind of progress on my Heretic Labs conversion into an MTW, when we take this to a range that's local to me and we get a chance of firing this gun where there's a lot more light and we can use a different camera, I'll endeavour to show you guys what your optic will look like. But to put it simply, it's a 3x zoom. Need I say more? I think these are definitely worth it. If you're a serious airsofter that wants a setup that's going to last you a lifetime, thanks to a lifetime kind of warranty, I think you should get one. Now, my plan originally was not to do this build. My plan originally was to buy the Vortex Crossfire, the red dot, put it on the lower mounting system, and pop it to the side of my gun on a angled Picatinny rail, and then have Vortex's 3x or 5x optic on the top rail. And the reason why I was thinking about doing this is that in a CQB environment where you are very quickly potentially changing from shooting in between two buildings, long range firing, to going through a door the very next second, short range firing, having the ability to switch between long range and short range without having to touch the gun at all, just tilting it to one side, was quite appealing to me. However, this setup was something that I won in a raffle. I just entered it on a whim. It was quite literally some of the last pounds in my bank account for last month. This is what I'm now going to go with. However, having said that, in the future, I do still intend to buy one of one of Vortex's non-flip to the side kind of magnified optics. I think they're called the Spitfires. I couldn't be 100% sure there, I can't remember off the top of my head. Again, I can always put it in post, magic of editing. I still might run that in the future. Let me know if any of you guys had an experience about that too. I'd love to see the comments in the comments section. On that note, I've waffled on long enough. It's another 15-minute video uploaded for you all. If you want to know anything more, by the time I've posted this video, I've fielded these optics at least twice. Maybe for the Micro 3X magnifier, I may have only fielded it once, because it depends on which site I go to whether I'm fielding it. There is a brand new site that's opened up near me, which is called Blackstone. It's an indoor CQB, which is a small village based inside of a warehouse. I will only be running the red dot for there. I will not be running the magnifier because there are no long range shots at that field. But next time I head over to, I think it's Gal Games, which is the prison, which I think is going to be for me March time, mid-March, I'll be running both and I'll give people feedback from that point onwards. Other than that, like I said, any questions, please feel free to shoot me a message. If you enjoyed that and you want to have the post-game feedback, then please subscribe, feel free to. We're getting up towards 100 subscribers at the time of making this video. Our goal is to help out people get into the world of airsoft, take away the scary parts of airsoft where you watch a video and they just assume that you know 5 different things about this gun or 5 different things about this optic before you've watched the video, and they treat you like you've been in the industry, kind of in the gaming world for years. I want to treat you guys like it's my first time watching a video, my first time enjoying it, because I feel like that is sorely missed on YouTube. On that note, I hope you guys all find that useful, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.